you go. Coffee's it. Okay, we are live. Hello, everyone. It's good to be back. Um, Now, for those of you who are not on Telegram, I will update you very briefly. On Monday, I did the oracles. Everything was fine in the middle of the night. But as the morning went on, my face swelled up like a squirrel hunting for nuts for winter. And I could not figure out what was wrong. So I called Lee, and I had a really high fever too. So I knew there was an infection somewhere. So the left side of my head was about out to here. And turns out I have an abscess cyst in my jawbone. And it was taking over my eyeball. You guys have seen when my eyeball goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's been that way for a while, and it was taking over my nasal cavity, going into my ear, basically trying to rot my face off. So went to the doctor. They gave me the antibiotics and blah, 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 blah. All that good country doctor. Didn't have to go to the ER or anything, but we know what it is. Now they're just trying to keep me from going septic because it gets in my bloodstream.
Yep.
I'm still bouncing back and forth with fevers. So we're watching it. They wanted to lance it. I said, no, thank you. You and a blade. I don't know you. You're not coming towards my face. So I came home and lanced it myself.
Seriously?
And took care of it. So I drained it, and now I'm just doing the meds. Man, they're kick butt meds because, as you can tell, I look kind of loopy. Hi, Snyder, baby. So, but I can talk now. My apologies. So
you can talk now. Your apologies, huh?
So that is the update. I am feeling better, and I can talk. The swelling's gone down enough to where I can yap my jaws a little bit.
Do you know what was funny was the oracle before you went to the doctors?
Mm-hmm.
You were talking, and the funniest thing is I said, why is she talking like that? But I'm sorry.
I'm talking like this.
So I had to speed you up. Not knowing that you were in pain.
I hurt so bad, but I was determined to get through it. I was determined to do Monday's show. That didn't happen. I couldn't sit up straight. So
No, you have to take time off when you need to. You need to. Jeez, I know you're stubborn, but I think that.
Well, I'm like I said, I was just glad I went to a country doctor because he said I can lance it for you, and I said I can lance it at home. He said, all right then. So
just step into that tub I have out front.
So then he said that I must mosey off to check the other cows.
Well,
I didn't mean to say it that way. I'm so sorry. I should have said horses. I didn't mean it that way. I swear.
It's totally fine. He was cool with it. He asked me what I wanted for a prescription, and I said this. He said, okay, sounds good. So, but he agreed. He wasn't like, a quack. He understood that I knew my body and knew what antibiotics I could take and that kind of stuff. So
if you fall asleep during this show, we'll understand.
Yeah, just scream real loud. Not it how you made masks forever that depict me, Rock, and Dennis, right? Well, the kids decided they wanted to make their version of the four of us.
Okay, you got it?
I have them.
All right.
But they didn't designate who is who. So I guess the chat room's going to do that. Are y'all ready for this?
I'm ready. Actually, I'm not sure if I'm ready or not, but
they're actually cute. We're animals. Okay.
Uh-oh. Now I'm worried.
All right. So one's a peacock.
Ooh, I like that one. I think
that's who's ever strutting around all the time. Then there's a puppy dog.
Oh, that's gotta be Schneider.
All right. His foot fell off. A frog.
That's your
whoever has a bad limp.
That would be Jay with the low voice.
Okay.
I thought it was you with the swollen foot, but we could say it.
And then
they're not swollen anymore.
Beautiful butterfly.
Beautiful.
So, they made those and said, "Here's the gang." I said, "Okay."
You guys
Maybe-
get to name who was who.
Yeah, y'all get to name who's who. I guess Rock's the frog because he has a limp now. He lost a leg or something.
Oh, is he limping?
That's all right. But well, that could be you too, King, because you with your feet, you got one
said
good
it's
foot, one bad foot. We'll give
You know, actually, it is like that right now because the right foot is actually down all the way to where it should be, except for the ankles are still swollen, but it looks good. The left foot is a little bit swollen still, but it's down also.
What is it with us? Is the left side of our bodies are falling apart?
Well, I'm all right.
Well, that could be debated.
This is a matter of opinion. Nice play on words,
The left side of your brain. What?
Well, you're kind of correct because I can't find my notes. I think it's here.
I don't really need to take a whole lot of notes. I do have quite a few pictures, but I was telling King backstage that I focused on GE Kincaid's 1909 trip because that kind of what sparks the mystery and secrets and what led the government to shut everything down and not let us have access to it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of like Antarctica.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how the similarities?
So where do you want to jump off and leap off the cliff with this subject? You want to start with?
Well, I don't want to leap off until I get a parachute. Okay.
I'm gonna push him. All right.
Can you let me take a picture of you guys? Can you step back just a little?
I shouldn't say things like that. This is being recorded and is broadcasted to the public. Okay. If something happens to King, I did not do it.
Did you or did you not say on?
Okay. First of all, I was gonna try to see how they said that the Grand Canyon came about.
Okay.
Well, they said that. Well, I guess Schneider doesn't want me to talk about
Schneider
that.
discovered it.
Schneider's disagreeing with you already.
Yeah, I think he's going to be the dog plate.
That's all right.
They said that the Colorado River formed that huge indent in the ground. So that's one of the things that we stop.
Not buying it.
There's one of the things that we're not going to buy, right? And then they said that, oh my God, it's 7,500 feet above sea level. So was it under during the Great Flood? That's another question,
Well, I was my spirit led me to the Great Flood possibility.
Yeah.
How massive and powerful was that Colorado River at one time to do that much carving? I know they say it takes a million years or whatever, but if you look at the Colorado River now, it's extremely low. It has not much force behind it. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have natural flash flooding and that kind of stuff with a rainstorm, but how big, if it was the river, how big would that have been? And it, like you said, is that post Noah's flood kind of thing?
Yeah. Well, so from that, what else was it? Did I have? Extreme weather change, different rock formations. The rocks there were missing rock formations for them to go. So that's another thing that I was trying to figure it out.
Harp
said that the Grand Canyon is larger than 2 U.S. states. So that's a huge change of land for anything to happen. I mean, you have the plains, and then you have this huge rock formation that doesn't even agree with what formation they have of the plains,
Right.
So
Now, I studied part of this, and they said that there's a missing layer of soil or something.
Yeah, there's a missing layer of a whole rock formation. They don't even know where that went. So if you follow all the geographicals of other mountains that were pushed up,
Mm-hmm.
They're missing a whole section.
Yeah.
So that's one of the questions they had. Now, if I can sneak in a Vippy card,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
is the Colorado River the mirror of the Jordan River?
Hmm.
Because we were trying to say that the U.S. is a mirror of all those other places. What you get, King?
I didn't get. I was too busy typing. What was the question?
Well, see, when you're down at the bottom of the Grand Canyon,
Yeah, I'm always at the bottom of the barrel. Got it.
I think the downloads are harder to get. You got to go higher where there's connections. Is the Colorado River a mirror image of the Jordan River?
I don't get that it is, but I will tell you this. God is coming in here saying, I made that, so don't think otherwise.
Beautiful. I like that.
Okay.
I won't even pull a Vippy on that one.
They chose.
Yeah, I get a no on that.
Yeah, it's a no for being a mirror. It's not. So leave that idea behind. Now, creator comes in here and they choose the deck. I don't know why. Now I know why. He is saying, I made that.
Look at the river there. Wow.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I made that.
The reason why I asked that question is because everybody tries to say that Colorado Grand Canyon is the mirror of Egypt. So I just wanted to get that out of the way first of all.
No, it's independent on its own. Now, you could say that it's equal to in scale or something like that, but it's not considered.
Actually, if I remember correctly, about a year ago when we tackled that question, the entire state of Arizona was Egypt.
Well, don't they call it Little Egypt or Little Cairo or something like, or one of the
Well,
cities?
Elvis did, yes.
So if you want, Jen, if you want to start talking about Kincaid, go ahead. I say Jordan too.
Yeah, I would say Kincaid's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a picture of Kincaid. It may be a little blurry, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. That way you guys have a visual of who this guy was. And this is back in 1909. This is Kincaid. And the reason Kincaid decided to go exploring is because they had just gotten word that the government was going to declare the Grand Canyon a national park, and they would be cutting it off to the public for accessing for resources, metals, like going gold hunting or whatever. So he said, well, before they do, let me go down there and see what I can find. That's what he liked to do. And sure enough, the story and legend says he went down there and found this. Well, basically, it was 1,400 feet off below the rim.
Yeah.
And that was only halfway down or something like that. Very difficult to get to, basically. And went in, and I've got tons of pictures, even the map of where he found this. And then it's funny that they deny that it even exists.
Smithsonian denied it, even though they found it.
Well, what was funny is he goes in and he finds these things, and then when he came out and wanted to get additional, he got resources. Smithsonian said, oh yeah, I'll send people and money and that kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden,
they can't know that.
They don't know that it happened.
Know what? It doesn't exist.
That was a sham.
Well, that's what I got. I got in 1908, President FDR declares the Grand Canyon off limits. Now, I was trying to find out when did Rockefeller tried buying parts of like 33,000 acres of Grand Canyon.
Really?
Was it before or after? I had it under esoteric. Let me see. Yeah, like he was donating. I even have a picture of, I should send it to you, the letter that FDR wrote to Rockefeller.
Okay.
You want me to send it?
Yeah.
All right. Today was an off day. Today, usually I send it to you before the show, and today was an off day.
You know me. I'm always going to find pictures one way or another.
All right. Let me see if this view image detail. Oops, I must have.
Well, I can't read without pictures.
You can't read the top pictures. That's all my story.
Without pictures.
Yeah, that would be a problem, wouldn't it? How do Braille people read pictures?
Exactly.
All right, Jen, I sent it
This
to you.
is interesting, too. For something that the Smithsonian denied, here they are.
Yeah.
No, that was made. It's 3D printer. Come on.
Oh, I understand. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure the 3D printer also printed out the hieroglyphics on the walls as well.
Yeah, let's do a legend. Let's talk Grand Canyon and legend. Allegedly. I'll send you something else if you're interested in this one too, Jen.
Well, just how big was this cave anyway?
Let's see if I got it. It's still going on. I mean, the way the Hopi Indian tribes say they lived underground in the Grand Canyon. So
Kincaid said that it was large enough that it could house 50,000 people.
Yep. So it's like a underground city.
Well, also, it was an underground city. They also had a giant Buddha. Did you hear?
Yes.
Did you guys read that one? Buddha.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a picture of that too.
Yeah.
So now we're talking Egypt and Southeast Asia.
Yeah. There's even more. But wait, there's more.
And it is. It's this never-ending thing. But anytime that anybody's tried to get to the bottom of it,
Can you read it if you
you
can't
get stopped.
I can read it if you can't read it.
You can go ahead.
I
don't
can't read it.
Okay, my dear Mr. Rockefeller, I fully understand the personal satisfaction in the creation of Jackson Hole National Monument. It was a privilege to sign the order setting apart for this and future generations the area of such grandeur, containing so many historic landmarks and other objects of scientific interest. What do you think? You think they found something there that doesn't exist? I don't know why I took a picture of view image detail. I don't know.
This is the date on this is 1943, so this is a long time after
The letter? Yeah, because he continued.
Kincaid.
He continued to purchase even after that. That's probably what happened. I'm trying to see. I had one, but I had to look under DuckDuckGo because Google wasn't giving me any information.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
Google's
won't.
not your friend.
Yeah, so I did go through DuckDuckGo. This one. Hold on, people. This one doesn't want to work. They want me to subscribe in order to read what they have.
Oh, I see the second picture. I have this one.
You do? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, they're not going to let me get it. Okay. Sorry, guys. Can't get what I wanted to get because they want me to subscribe for a year in order to get information.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. So anyway.
It was a teaser.
It was a teaser. They teased me. All right. Anyway, what else they found inside were hieroglyphics, copper, granite stairways. And this was the one that got me. Humanoid mummies, giant humanoid mummies. Did you get that, guys?
I have that
I
too.
didn't get
I
a
have a picture of it. Hang on a second. Here's Buddha. This is one of the.
Right.
Oh, that's a.
Now they refused to declare that it was Buddha right off the bat, but obviously, so I think they were kind of confused. They had Egyptian-like hieroglyphics and stuff, but they also had Eastern esoteric Buddhism and that kind of stuff. It was all blended together, and they're like, well, we can't really say it's Buddha. It's like Buddha to me.
Yeah, they figured it was Tibetan.
Can you enlarge that picture? Tibetan. It was Buddha. Yeah, he doesn't have the belly. I'm denying it.
Oh.
No, it's young.
Okay.
It is.
No, this was the young Buddha now.
Young Buddha.
This is before he reached the age of 60.
Where he got beer Buddha?
Yeah. Just fasting. But the fact
What
that
is
they
that on the far right?
this guy over here, I don't know.
Can't
What
tell.
are you saying? The far right?
Yeah, well, Buddha's left.
Buddha's left. But they should have one on each side. I think it was like protection. Because, see the hand?
Yeah, like warriors.
Yeah,
I don't know. That kind of looks like one of those flask waters, the old feather flask waters. Maybe they're like it was keeping Buddha cool. Like, they
Palm
fanned
leaf,
them or kept
maybe.
them. Yeah.
Possible.
Oh, I found something
Interesting.
else, Jen. This was interesting. This guy, and I'll get the name of his link in a minute. Let me just send this to you. You know how we were saying that it's connected like to Egypt?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me send this to you and see what you think. And I'm gonna get the name of this guy. He wrote an essay. It's called Esoteric Essay. That's his link.
Mm.
Esoteric Essay. And he wrote what he discovered when he went to the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
And I don't know if you see the picture that I just sent. Did it go
No.
through?
Mm-hmm.
You did it
Don't see
again, King? What's going on with you, man?
Oh, I watched this.
Yeah, pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
But do you see the picture?
Because he
No.
was talking about. Hang on, let me download it.
Let's not let King see it. Let's just talk about it without King seeing it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
She doesn't share. It was interesting because that was the same episode they were talking about remote viewers.
Yeah. But what interested me, drum roll, was that if you zoom up on that one picture on the top, your top left maybe,
Yeah.
it has Orion, the Orion constellation.
Oh, my battlefield. Okay.
You were battling Orion? I was the king of Orion.
I was battling in Orion.
Okay. Well, and then when you see the three, Minica, I don't know how to read those three, where the belt, Orion's belt is,
Oh, yeah.
that lines up with Giza.
Right.
So is this a sister or the mirror image of Egypt? Is it a underground pyramids where all those...
I see what you're getting at.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You see,
we should start by asking the question: the ones who designed this are the same ones that designed Giza. Do they have the same?
Are there pyramids in the
There
Grand
are.
Canyon?
There are.
Yes.
Are they shown here?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'll show you. Now, some of them are underground, and then they have some that are kind of above ground. Some eroded. I do have pictures of those as well.
Okay, so let's ask that question. Are the people who did the Grand Canyon connected to the ones who did Egypt, Giza? Right?
Mm-hmm.
How about, are they both related? I don't know if who created the Grand Canyon then.
The ones who made Giza? Because I'm getting a yes.
Well, now, naturally, God is saying he did in that last.
Well, he did, yes,
Right.
obviously. He did the Grand Canyon, but where those pyramids are, that's what I'm asking. I'm not asking about the Grand Canyon.
First occupiers of it after God
Yes.
made it. That's kind of how we want to word it.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't even. No, we knew God made it. That's amazing. But the way they were strategically placed, were those the same people who made Giza's pyramids? It's a soft yes, but it's a yes.
I'm actually getting a stronger yes, but a little bit more to it.
No, there is more to it, yeah, but
Yeah.
Post Giza.
it's post Giza.
Yes.
I'm getting
yes.
that's
Giza.
their home. That was their home.
Okay, so once Giza's lost, okay, that's a big, huge loss. All right. The
Okay.
authorities, all right, are seeking out new land, new home, a place to store their treasures. And this is generational. So after the loss and fall of Giza, when it all went to crap in Egypt, where did they go? And they chose the Grand Canyon.
The Hopi people have a legend about the ant people that come up from down below.
Yes.
Yeah. That was going to be
and brought the Hopi up onto the surface.
So
right.
that's where they came.
Ask this: are the ant people the ones that not only created the pyramids in the Grand Canyon, but also the pyramids in Giza?
Ant people?
The ant people.
You know how you could tell they were all ant people? They were all females.
Yeah, well, all the uncles were drinking at the local bar.
That's a high five, King. You got it. All right. Were the ant people the ones who created also creating the Gaza?
And I already got an answer to this.
What you get? Them and others? There's more?
Who are you talking to?
There's more.
Snyder?
Yeah, he's growling. He knows something's out there.
Stolen from them.
Stolen from them?
Stolen. There's your thief. Caused that somebody is bullying them, caused a lot of anxiety, got them distracted, stole it. So,
Can we add if that was the Anunnakis who stole it from them? I'll be right back. People outside, people go. No.
I get a no on Anunnaki.
no, it wasn't Anunnaki.
Yeah.
No, this is mankind, humankind.
Really? I was going to say reptilian, but you said humankind?
Yeah. I had a couple cards spit out. No, this is humans. Humans did this, stealing all of this for their own benefit. Now, of course, as always, we can blame the King of Cups.
Always.
But this tells me that humans
just bring it on. Bring it
that's
on.
the way this goes. No, this tells me that humans put boundaries around it for protection. Ant people are left out. Okay.
That's wow.
The Smithsonian didn't want anybody to know there were ant people.
Well, that's true too. The Queen of Cups and Ace of Cups comes in here. Yeah, they did. They took it for their own emotional needs, their own purpose. It was like, thanks, screw you.
Yeah.
Could we
Kinda
say?
what it was. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we could also say it was also Canaanites, or could we say it was the Khazarians? I think it was the Khazarians. No.
Yeah, I get it now.
I wouldn't put him in that category. I don't know.
Okay, so
This is, y'all are probably going to laugh, but this is more of a pirate feel.
Somalians, I'm the captain now.
Well, it's interesting. Somebody wanted this for themselves. This is merchant trading.
Okay, could that also show that it could have been because of the flood that it was taken away? Could that be the Noah's Ark?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
We need to trace this back to a larger emperor. This is towards an empire time.
Wow.
So now we have to think of the artifacts that they found down there. What dynasty would it have been under? What emperor would the cards be emphasizing?
That's amazing. That's interesting. So
It wasn't me.
oh, it was. We got it on the cards. It's recorded.
No, I was too young. I didn't have enough power. I died at an early age.
So, Jen, when you were pulling the cards, were you talking about old Egypt, not the new
No,
Egypt?
not Grand Canyon. I'm focusing on Grand Canyon, but who brought it over here?
Okay, I thought you were saying that the Giza was taken over. So it was the Grand Canyon that was taken
After
over.
everything fell apart in Giza, who brought all that stuff over here? Not only just the artifacts and things, gold and things like that, but the knowledge, who put it on the hieroglyphics up, all the knowledge and pictures that we have
Well,
now.
even the creation of the cave itself and the underground city.
Yeah. Do you remember, King, when you asked that one question about before Columbus, was it somebody like Marco Polo or something?
Yeah.
Like that?
That discovered before the Native Americans was Marco Polo discovered the West Coast. Yes.
Yeah. So,
and we got a yes.
Yeah, and the fact that I just pulled an Emperor card, that kind of makes sense.
Because Marco Polo also went through India, wasn't it?
Yes.
He was all over
India. I think he went through India and Tibet, through China, and then over.
Hence the Buddha.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so now what would they... Okay, so the way they describe the giant humanoid mummies, why would they say humanoid? Is it depicting
maybe
other
it was
pictures?
one of these
hybrids?
Let me see if I can find it, because I have
humanoid could be just not only humans here on
exactly
Terra. It could be...
They said alien
aliens,
reptilians, or alien humanoids. That's what one of the other articles that I was looking. Oh, by the way, here's a... Did you know that 90% of the Grand Canyon was off limits? 90%.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Now, there's this one.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, that one I saw. And they're bigger. They're taller than the humans.
They're like 7 or 8 feet tall. And so for the study that they had done at the time, they're all male. There were no females or children involved in this.
Yeah.
And so that's one of them. Now, I tried to pull up the things that Kincaid had. His, let's see, his evidence.
Okay.
Some of them are obviously reenacted or copies of. They're not the original, but you'll get the idea.
Well, while you're pulling that, I did watch also the Y files on this.
You did too.
We all did.
Okay. He also mentioned that aliens came after the flood to teach civilization, writing, astronomy, and farming. So I wonder if those were the mummies of the off-worlders who came to teach them.
Well, here once again, according to this picture, if we get into that theory, we're talking about those elongated skulls again.
Okay.
So who have we established that it was this that were built?
Those are the it's not the Rockefellers, but the
Syrians? Sirius. It's one of those.
There are a lot of different species
that
or
have
humanoids.
Elongated skulls.
Yeah. Sirius is one of them, yeah.
Sirius is one of them. They came from France.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
It just was that SNL skit. We come from France, which I kind of believe it.
The cone heads?
Yep, you got it. Are they shackled? Are they stuck to the throne?
That's what it looks like.
I thought they were too, but then again, they wore a lot of jewelry that were around the ankles and the wrists. So I don't know. But, another thing it reminded me of was that crystal skull Indiana Jones thing.
Oh, okay.
And it seemed like that circle of the elders that was in this movie. And I know it's a movie, but they put truth out there through movies.
Yeah.
And in these movies, they keep bringing back this big governmental secret warehouse where they have all these relics and they cherish all these, artifacts and things. And they're probably saying, yes, we do have all of this. It's ours and you can't know about it. But I can see where you might think that they're shackles. Are they prisoners there? But I don't see chains, and one of them has like the sickle sword beside of him.
Yeah, I see that.
So-
and the one next to him is sitting on what looks like a throne.
A physical throne. Also known as the John.
I guess they went through COVID because they couldn't find toilet paper. I don't know. That's where they overleft.
Interesting. I was looking at the guy shining his flashlight, and it's almost like there were orbs above that one in the middle.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's
interesting.
It is interesting.
Oh, those definitely look. I mean, the mouth structure. Did you see the mouth structure on them?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Now, it could just be really preserved mummification. They still have flesh on them because human skulls are kind of weird looking anyway. I know mine was this past few days. Still is. But yeah, we have really strange faces as humans. And if they're part humanoid and it's just like an extended longer jaw or something, that's pretty crazy. Let's see. Let's bring this one up. This one was also found there.
Yeah.
So would you put this in a Buddha category?
Look, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The ear kind of gives it away.
Yeah. The headdress kind of for me, but yeah.
The hand.
Mm-hmm.
The eyes.
We were trying to avoid the political.
The feet.
No, I'm kidding. It's so funny. But that's amazing. That would be so amazing to
I was
see.
looking at the guy in the red. I'm sorry.
Not that dude. Okay.
That's in prison. Orange is the new red.
This is one of the representation that Kincaid found was these hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a representation. I don't know if it's a man and a woman, two women talking and a kid on a lap or something like that. But
looks like a ventriloquist. Look at what I could do. They're awfully small.
I'm trying to figure out what the one on the left is doing.
But I want you to pay attention to the smaller, what look like children have the heads of ants.
Sorry, I gotta go to the other side. Wow.
I don't want. I'm trying to avoid blowing it up too big because it makes it so blurry.
But it's the one on the left looks like it's eating it.
Well, that's just it. did these humanoids turn on the ant people? Like I said, everything was stolen from them, but it looks like the smaller creatures have the head of an ant.
You know what I just found interesting, just came down to me, was this is why they want us to go back to eating insects instead of meat.
Oh, it could be.
Are we going back to that? Or they want us? That was their plan, to go back to that?
I don't know. We're going to be the best looking skinny people out there. I'm not eating bugs. Okay. I think that's just a control issue. I don't know that it's related to the ant people, but I thought
Yeah.
this was fascinating that it was tied in with the ant people story or legend that the Hopi talked about. And if the hieroglyphics have, and maybe it's just me, but I swear they have heads like ants and then bodies almost like humans. But yeah.
Could be.
But this is so amazing just to stare at this for hours. Look at the faces on the walls. It's like they have like, oh my God, are they? You know what I mean? They're coming out of an anthill. It's a possibility. That's
colonies and things like that. Like the ball. I'm talking about the art. That's the center. Whether is that a sun, and then these, or is it underground ant colony? These are tunnels.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. I'm looking at it like an anthill. There's an opening up at the top, but then you have all those little faces in the bottom of the anthill. So very interesting. I'm looking at also, I mean, there are so many faces in this. That's amazing. Even on the one holding the little person, on her chest is like a you know how they have those shrunken heads?
Yeah. Now, because of the way that ball that looks like with sun rays or tunnels, whatever that is, compare that to this next picture. Nadia sent it to me. I already had it because we think alike. Sorry to scare you all. But
two people in one. Yeah.
It's kind of like that, only it's upside down. Does that make sense? So this is supposedly a diagram of the underground cave and the rooms
I can't stand on my head.
You can't stand on your head? That show what Kincaid found. This is a diagram.
Okay, yeah.
So the hieroglyphics that were in the last picture, maybe they drew a picture of a depiction of their city on the wall. But these are all the 1909 exploration. This was put into the Arizona Gazette for people to see. So this picture to me correlates with that hieroglyphic.
Pretty interesting, yeah. Is that all of what Kincaid drew up during his expedition?
Yeah, this is kind of a depiction of what he drew of how this city was laid out, because it is an underground city, and he said it could hold up to probably 50,000 people.
Wow.
So.
And not all from Egypt.
So I can't read those little writings, but I should pull mine up. Were those black markings, were those the granary on the outside of the Grand Canyon? Because I saw somebody hiking.
Still can't read it.
Read it.
Well, they had granaries and well, they also had smelting rooms also.
According to.
This is really blurry after I blow this up, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm blowing mine up and I still can't get it. Okay, where the red and black one is the tombs, the crypts.
Yeah, the tombs.
All right. The cross hall is that cross. Doesn't say if there's, but from somebody's hiking, they said there were a lot of granaries in the walls.
So apparently the little black dots, circles, they're in different sizes and shapes. They just say that they're rooms. So almost to the point that you could call them homes. Maybe that's where individual families lived.
Or industries.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine that's a block?
Businesses. It's like it's their version of a strip mall. I mean, you never know. But it is fascinating that these tunnels, the main one that Kincaid went into was about 12 feet wide, but they got narrower as you went. They had big caverns, but then they had hallways that were barely 5 or 6 feet wide. But if you think about a hallway that's in our home, that's not very wide either.
No.
So,
Well, you could also think the ant people were probably not as tall as the other ones were, so they can have those homes. As
yeah.
homes.
But the way it sets up, because we all have looked at an ant colony and their tunnel systems and things like that, this kind of reminds you of it. So that would tie in with the Hopi legend of the ant people. But those matching hieroglyphics, I swear, if I could find a better picture, it looks like they have little ant people on their laps.
Yeah, I saw that. That's amazing. Interesting.
Maybe that's how they came up with the Marvel action Ant-Man.
Yeah, they have to disclose
You know,
everything.
they expose a lot of that stuff in movies. So
Interesting.
it is
Very
interesting.
Also, we've also noticed. So, are we still inside? Do you have more stuff inside of that?
Well, here's another one that it points to where they found it. Now, I don't know for sure that this is related to Kincaid, but it's interesting. This supposedly is what they found in this little hole in the side of this.
The
You see how-
Bat Cave.
Batman lived there. I mean, if you're talking about 1,500 feet down off the rim, which is the top, you can't get unless you, I guess, scale down. You can't climb up. You can't scale down. Who in the world is living in there?
Is that a
Well,
landing strip for a ship? Or
There
is
is probably an exit somewhere that they haven't discovered yet. Because
Probably.
they're still going through, as I understand it, they're still not even done exploring.
Right. Maybe it's just
different
a
caves.
ventilation shaft, but apparently this was found inside. Now, when I first look at it, maybe it is for a landing ship, but could it be a ritual kind of location where they do
Well,
it?
they've
a
seen
Stargate?
several UFOs flying around the Grand
Yes.
Canyon, so
Could it be a Stargate of
Possibility.
teleporting?
Oh, Stargate portal kind of thing.
Yeah.
teleporter.
Well, let's ask.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Yeah, I see. Captain Kirk. It could be a Star Wars.
Don't forget the Magellan monster in the Grand Canyon.
Oh, you're going to talk about that later because we're checking on this one.
Are we?
This is a place of prayer.
Is it? Because I got a tingling on that one.
Later.
That was interesting. The hermit comes in. All right. Their focus is on their spirituality with the higher font. So this is a place of prayer to them.
I know there.
I was saying ceremonial, but I was hoping it wasn't going to be like sacrificial, but maybe it's just their church, if you want to say that.
Well, that's amazing that I'm looking. It almost looks like chairs. Could it be a council?
Mm.
King Arthur's Round Table.
Oh, that's a big round table. Okay, I hate to say this because we know that the hermit came out in this.
Mm-hmm.
Were they replicating this in Kazakhstan? That's what I need to ask, because we talked about this before. There were 200 chairs for the negative, let's say like that, and below it was this light that went down in the pyramid for all the other worshipers. So could this be the good and Kazakhstan be the bad?
Kazakhstan is deep state lying.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. They have lots of secrets, but this is saying they've been dealt with because there's your justice card.
Yeah, but is this the opposite of it? A mirror image of it?
Oh,
I get to know.
Okay.
I think no, they're still. This is prisoner. I kept wanting to say sacrificial stuff. I know the hermit came in there,
Mhm.
but the way it's aspected with that, the Queen of Pentacles was in that, and the higher font, it can mean that to their God, because the hermit is a spiritual leader. It doesn't necessarily have to represent our divine God. So this is where they came to do that for their God. So this is, they kept prisoners. So I was on the right track, intuitively thinking sacrificial. And the magician, yeah, because he's a trickster. So not much different. So that makes sense. Thanks for correcting that, Spirit, because that hermit will throw you off, but you always have to make sure that what it sits beside is accenting how it's depicted. So I asked, are they the same idea? And I got the Ace of Cups.
Okay, so what I find is amazing is is that a light source? Is that a picture of what it's supposed to look like?
It's a picture. It's a depiction of what they found inside this hole.
But the lights, to me, where does
Those
the light
look like they're torches.
Yeah, torches.
underneath it also?
So is this like a sacrificial to fire kind of thing? They shove them off into a pit of fire.
Well, I know that they mentioned that above the Grand Canyon there were some places that were cemented closed.
Oh yeah, they've closed a bunch of them.
So if it was a shaft, maybe they threw them down there. I don't know, but that's interesting. Very interesting.
You're getting morbid.
I'm sorry?
Nothing.
I'm getting what?
Morbid.
Morbid. I'm so sorry.
We're at 52 minutes. Do you want to do
we?
questions?
Yeah, well, let me just add this. In the Grand Canyon, there were locations called the Temple of Isis, Tower of Seth. Do you guys know about that? The Cheops Pyramid, Temple of Osiris, Buddha Temple, Krishna Temple, Shiva Temple. So it's like it was all around the Colorado Grand Canyon.
Here's some of them.
Yeah, those are pyramids, correct?
Yeah, and if they weren't related to Egyptian stuff, why are they named after Egyptian gods?
Exactly. And then there was the Buddha. So
they have the Temple of Ra. I'm like, you can't tell me now. Shiva, Isis, that kind of stuff. Some is Egyptian, some's Eastern.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
Osiris. But there's a combination. It's like just a plethora of all different kinds inside the Grand Canyon. So, but yes, I would say these are pyramids, and obviously natural weather has carved them out. And it would be interesting to see because this is just 3 of them. There's a bunch more that have names.
Yeah.
Where do they line up? Because Nadia, we had that one picture. Where do they line up according to the constellations?
That's what I'm looking at right now.
Yeah.
Because I can.
Let's see.
This one's called the Arizona Star Correlation. No, it doesn't say. It just says Matrix, Grand Canyon. Oh, okay. So these are on the Grand Canyon side, and then there's other ones off of the Grand Canyon where it's called the Orion Zone.
The Orion Zone?
Yeah.
I wonder if that's where I was finding.
The one picture of that guy that I showed you, he was guys, if you're interested, it's called Esoteric Essay. That's the YouTube link that I saw it on, and it showed this picture. And the Grand Canyon has those pyramids, and then the Orion Belt is off of the Grand Canyon.
Well, this picture at the Isis temple is obviously man carved or manipulated. So
I wonder if they've looked inside that cave there.
I'm sure they did. If
I'm
there's
sure
an-
the government has.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just one of them. But the closer you get to it, they have quite a lot of intricate carvings. And they all represent either some Egyptian god or Eastern deity or demigod, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
I wonder if there is a tunnel that goes from Grand Canyon somewhere to Egypt.
We could check
Instead
it.
of traveling by water.
Could be.
Can you imagine how massive that fleet of ships would have had to have been to bring all that over here? But are we talking about water ships or UFO ships?
Well, I mean,
who's to say they didn't actually start from here
Mm.
and move over to there?
Well, how about, is that the way Marco Polo traveled underground instead of on ships or fleets? I mean, it would have been quicker to do everything. He's been everywhere.
Right.
All right.
I'm
So
just gonna ask
I've been everywhere,
if they
man.
can tell me how he traveled. Let's see.
and if there were any Super 8s around.
Yeah, how often do you have to get gas?
What is that?
I said, how often do you have to stop and get fuel? We don't
Yeah.
want to. Can you imagine? I hope their prices were better than ours.
Well, they didn't have Biden as president.
They moved all this by ship.
Oh, it was by ship. Well, which ship?
Well, ship. Okay.
Which ship? Is it by water, land, air?
All right. I'm going to show one more picture, then we'll jump into questions. The only thing that Smithsonian will allow the public to see are these few little items. And I do believe that they give Kincaid credit, but that they're kind of insinuating this is all he found.
Was it a Coca-Cola can? Oh. That's pretty nice, though.
Nefertiti.
It's very, very nice. I mean, these are solid gold, copper. They had found some metals that are considered platinum.
Wow. It's funny.
They have that monument thing there that
Oh, yeah.
looks like our Washington Monument.
Were those, okay, would you say those are all part of those pyramids that we talked about? There's Osiris, there's Isis, there's Sheba. I mean, is that what he found, or
Right.
what?
They're what he found and sent to them to get carbon dated and cleaned up.
Or is that the Oscar trophies? Because they look
this is what they will display. But if this place could hold 50,000 people and was literally a city,
how small
this is all that came out of it. Come on.
Can we even see if this really came out of it? I'm getting no. No. Well, the only thing is, what I know is Rockefeller purchased 90%. He purchased so much acreage because there was so much gold down there.
Oh, I'm sure.
And that's what he did.
Not just gold. There's lots of different precious metals
Yeah.
and gems, I believe.
Are these really artifacts that Kincaid found? That's my question. Are these really artifacts that Kincaid
I get no, they are not. They're fakes.
No. My BS meter went off, and I'm going, I was like, did you put a quarter in there and the mold came out?
My spidey sense was going off, too.
Oh, no. I was like, no.
Stolen.
Yeah, but
They are a representation,
Oh, yeah.
but
Yeah.
they're not real.
No.
no.
And Smithsonian probably has the real ones.
And they probably don't look like that. I don't think they look like that.
Yeah, they have the real ones. They're hiding that truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't. I don't see it look like that. I really don't.
They swapped them out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does look like Nefertiti, and it does look like Tut.
Yeah.
It's a boyish face.
No, I totally trust Smithsonian. Come on.
Yeah, I used to.
Now I have to question the Vatican.
Oh no!
To question the Vatican. Okay. Let me go back up here and star some questions because I have none starred. I do have a bunch in the coffee that I need to get to because they're from Monday. I could do that on a separate show, or I could do them today. It's totally
up to you.
You might have quite a bit for Monday, right, Jen?
I got quite a few in there.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, how about if I just talk about there's a Mahabharata book from India. It talks about technology, destructive weapons, nuclear war that caused the Grand Canyon to look like that. And if you look at Anunnaki, they did have a war on this planet before they left with nuclear weapons. So I was surprised to see that they had a Mahabharata book describing this. And then there's another thing called, we're going to check on this one because I think someone wrote a question on it, but I did write question mark, like if this is connected to Mount Shasta. But I think somebody wrote something on that. So I'm going to leave that alone.
Please.
I'm still starting questions. I just got to the point where my husband came in here and goes, "What are we talking about?" I just told him what we were talking about. Oh, he's old.
Now, it doesn't sound like something we would work on, probably.
He has surgery next Tuesday, by the way.
Ooh, we're wishing him well.
Well, we've always been grateful for God's sense of humor, but blessing that if one of us is down, the other one's okay.
Okay.
This was my week. Next week's his week.
Oh, no. Jojo, I just want to address Jojo's question. It's called Esoteric Essay, ESSAY. It's a video.
Oh, it's not Bryce. Is that so? It's not. Okay.
It's not Bryce. No, it's not Bryce. Sorry, Joe. Joe answered Jojo's question. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Joe, meet Jojo. Jojo.
Okay.
Jojo.
All right. So I have 6 starred, and I have some in the coffee as well. I'm gonna Vippy. I want
You do you, host.
Hold on. Let's clean her little space here.
Oh, here she goes. I'm entitled. I'm on drugs. Okay.
Yes, you are.
Legal or
everything is psychedelic now.
After everything is cleaned up, we get on a good path. Will we get access to the Grand Canyon to be able to tour this city or all of these temples and understand where all the treasures are? Will they be returned? Are they got to melt them down? Lots of good stuff in that question. But
will we have our own parachutes to get down there?
No, we're gonna have a hovercraft that'll just take us right in that hole. Okay. So.
See, I can't answer that. I can't help you on that one because it's going to ruin somebody's question. I don't know if it was Trina that asked the question. So it's something that I was thinking of also. So we'll wait on that question. Do we need granny panties to go down there?
Not me.
We're gonna link them all together. Mine and Nadia's will hold the whole crew. Okay. And while I'm shuffling to answer this question, I want everyone in here, I know it's a few days early, to wish your sister Nadia a very happy birthday. It is
happy birthday.
Sunday, it will be her birthday.
Oh, it's early. Never mind.
It's early. Oh, you don't get one from King today? Just go ahead in case they don't see you.
Friday.
King, you get downloads. You know, it comes earlier.
Yeah, I know. I get slapped in the back of the head too.
Well, thank you guys.
This says we will, but we have quite
Happy
a ways to
birthday.
wait. Yeah. All of that heartache and loss that we've had. Temperance says, let's be patient.
Drip, drip,
Okay.
drip.
Three of Wands. In the future, we have the Sun. All of this will be given back to us, but let me tell you, I'm getting the feeling it's going to be a while.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
but
be
you know
coming
what,
out in
Jim?
drips, I think.
That requires walking.
Yeah. Oh, we can't do that.
I don't know. I'll just wait.
So,
I want escalators inside the tunnels.
We'll be like the movie. What's that movie? It was a robot. What was his name?
iRobot.
No, that
Wall-E.
Wall-E. Yeah, that they're sitting in a chair and that's pushing them around. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, Wally.
So they told me to pull the same amount of cards off the bottom, and it's beautiful. Ace of Pentacles. All those treasures that were intended for us will be giving back because the deep state, the devil, has kept them from us. So it will be returned to us. We just have to be patient. If it happens in my lifetime, fine. If it doesn't, oh well, it's fine. So, all right, let's get to some questions.
So if we have those sitting chairs, so will they be singing "It's the Lying World" after all, or you make it almost look like a Disneyland going in there?
There you go. Okay. Let's see. I think I start with King's questions on this.
There we go.
And I don't even need a Vippy card.
Whoa.
Well, you bought the coffees. That's your Vippy, darling.
You
All
charge-
right. All right. So I can't put them on the screen, but I'll read it to you. Was the latest Aurora Borealis a man-made hologram?
This is the biggest. Is it a man-made? Well, that would probably also answer my question that I put in there in the coffee. A man-made hologram.
Isn't it great how we think alike?
Scary.
This is where you apologize to society, okay?
The funniest thing is I think like Jen, and I also
Sorry.
think so. I guess I have no brain if I split half and half with you guys.
If I only
Okay, the
had
only
a
thing I can
brain.
say is that it says a yes, but they had to raise that frequency high enough to hit those frequencies to show the color. So I'm wondering if it was made for the good to raise people's frequency. And I think I added that comment to you, King. It's awesome to look in the sky, see colors without using drugs.
I know, really. It's kind of like
It's like, ooh, psychedelic, man.
taking a trip without leaving the farm.
Now, here, us in Chicago, we were able to see the lights, the colors, only if you put your phone to it. It only went through phone.
Apparently, some people didn't see them at all.
Yeah.
Couldn't see them, even though their location said that you could.
Well, it was cloudy.
But I asked specifically, was this holographic? Yeah, this was individually made for certain areas. This is a global thing. Now, this was positively done.
Mm-hmm.
It is positively, but many people were left out, did not get to see it.
Yeah, I was sleeping at the time.
So,
Project Bluebeam?
can we piggyback off of that?
Piggyback? Yeah, okay.
Piggyback? Do you have a piggyback Vippy?
Yes, I do.
Well, bring the
Not
piggyback
carry
Vippy.
brush.
I don't have my piggyback ring here, but I will check. Were some of those people not able to see it because HARP covered it with clouds or chemtrails to make the clouds? Were they prevented from seeing it?
I'm getting a no. Maybe that's just my area.
Well, maybe your eyes were closed.
Well, it could
No.
be because I was dreaming. I don't know.
No, because the good guys took down HARP.
Yes, they did.
All right.
I just don't know if it was before the Aurora Borealis or after.
Well, then there's also there were clouds, and we saw chemtrails going up before the clouds came up. So maybe it wasn't HARP.
Okay. So people that aren't awake and didn't realize it, that's who didn't get to see it. These are pages. People that don't have the knowledge and what to look for.
Okay. No,
Basically, they're still asleep. They're at a very slow change. There's your death card. And it means that they're not ready to look. Yeah, they're just not ready.
Funny thing is, some of them didn't even know that this event was happening.
Yeah.
Like, you'd be surprised how many people can tell you everything that's happening on these Netflix shows.
Oh, yeah.
And not understanding what's really happening outside.
I knew, but I was asleep, so I didn't care. All right.
Yeah, me either.
No, but I'm just saying they can tell you everything on these shows.
Yeah.
And I have to say this, and I hope they're not watching this, but they're probably not. They'll be like, did you notice Ben Affleck looks really different? Did he have surgery? I'm like, because it's an actor. Or the roast, they had a roast for that quarterback.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. If he doesn't look robotic, I don't know.
I know.
I mean, he's so like jaw chiseled, like over chiseled.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like they can explain all of that and wonder why they're all going through. Oh, you know what their answer was? Why they all look different? Ozempic. They're all using Ozempic.
Okay. Let them think what they're going to think. If they can't get past the 3D actor stuff, it's...
Tom Cruise is using Botox.
I mean, I'll answer those questions for people, but at the end of the day, I don't care. Who cares?
No,
Exactly.
It's amazing. It's amazing how they can come up with a conclusion that's totally...
But that's the 3D way. We'll make up our own excuse because it can't be you weird conspiracy theorist.
No, exactly. Even though his mask is like melting away because it's old. Okay, anyway.
King, this question came in here twice. Do you want me to answer it twice?
Which one?
Are there off-worlders that have wings?
I can't. I only put it in once.
Oh, well, the copy says it's important and we should do it twice. Are there off-worlders with wings?
That was him in another timeline asked the second one.
I'm laughing at my wings. He's laughing. Because they're not pretty like me.
I'm in agreement with him. I'm laughing too.
I think some of them do.
There's a reason behind my madness.
There's a madness behind your reason.
The third question is the most important.
Oh, is there the off-worlders have wings?
No, that would be the fourth. Well, okay, the fourth one would be the most important.
This says yes. Many of the high counselor ones do, or the warrior ones do.
Nice.
So that would be two different groups.
Angels may be off-worlders.
Oh.
I was thinking aviary, the bird.
I always knew wings was weird. Okay. All right. Let's jump to the next one. Okay, we have King and then Nadia, then Charlotte. Okay, and then we'll get to the ones in the chat. Okay. This weekend, after closing portals in my home this month and sending 4 spirits into the light, I heard another audible voice near me, male this time, calling my name. Do I have another spirit needing help? Okay.
What name? Dennis, King, Michael, Methuselah? What name did it?
Hey, yo!
You got a yo. It's a New Yorker.
Can you imagine the amount of spirits that are attracted to his 120 different names? Yeah.
Merlin, Adam.
King Tut.
While Jen's pulling, I want to ask the live chat, did you guys enjoy the deep dive over the Grand Canyon? Were those kind of talks pretty interesting? That's all I want to know. Was there a... Interesting.
Ugh.
Yeah, was he cloaked?
Well, he wasn't visible, so I would assume
He wasn't Batman.
not Batman. It was Alfred.
Was it a negative one, Jen?
At first, I got that.
I didn't get negative.
Well, that's why it was cloaked.
It's not. But the negative's keeping it here. It's the negative is chained it here. Okay.
Okay.
But this is a divine protector. Move out of troubled waters. You can help do this.
Okay.
It wants released. It wants to leave. It can't.
Do we know who?
Yeah, the Hierophant. So use your faith. Let's see. Apparently, they've been trying to get your attention.
Well, I figured it was important. That's why I put it down there for Monday. Otherwise, I would have put it down for my personal.
Yeah,
reading.
they're trying to distract you. Trying to figure out who this is. This is it 2 male energies?
Well, if it's 2, I've only heard 1.
Okay, so I have 2 males,
Yes.
Okay.
twins.
Oh, wow.
2.
Yeah, I got a yes on the 2 males.
Are they related?
Twins.
Twins. Yeah.
No, I mean related to me.
Oh,
I don't remember
Oh.
twins.
well. Is it from a relative related to King?
It would have to be ancestral.
It's a soft yes, but I'm wondering if it's a relative related to you.
This is different world. No, Star card and 2 of Pentacles. That's a portal card. And Star card. They got stuck here after you closed the portal.
Oh, sorry.
You didn't. You got them stuck.
I was actually listening to others tell me about this, and they didn't mention anything about males being stuck.
Jen, can you ask if it's Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry. Are they winged?
Your winged angels. What?
No, that's not Tom and Jerry.
That would have been
Yeah, I
interesting
didn't
if
think
it
so.
was.
Yeah, I didn't.
No. They're confused. There's a lot of inner conflict here. Yeah, they just need somebody to stand up for them and help them out.
Okay,
Oh,
I'll
that's
take
nice.
care of
That's
that.
nice.
That's okay. You can reopen it. Call Yeshua in.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I can.
Come and
We'll
get
do
them.
that after.
Okay. All right. They're not mad at you. They're just trying to get your attention.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay. Nadia has a question. If people suggesting that HARP is making those aurora borealis lights, they are emitting high frequency waves. Is this helping the collective white hats raising frequency? So we kind of touched on that a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
HARP's been cleaned up. So I don't know that they're using what we know as HARP. I get the feeling they're using a Tesla thing.
Be right back.
Tesla.
But
What
Tesla
Tesla?
has using the ionosphere
Oh,
and energetic frequency. That's what I'm getting, but let me pull cards on that.
are they using Tesla? Jen, you need to refresh your coffee page.
Okay. Okay. Caroline's got one. Okay. All right. Let's see if the white hats are using HARP or if it's Tesla. they don't want that dick. Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right, Jeff.
Because HARP produces very low frequency negative energy. Tesla's was based on high frequency.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a Tesla thing. I've had this card come up many times when I've talked about Tesla because he uses the ionosphere. He uses the atmosphere to make this aurora borealis. This is a good positive thing because the frequency is higher. We should get excited about it because we're going to see and experience this a lot more often. So this isn't a HARP thing.
So, okay, so Tesla, that's good because I felt that it raised frequency of people who already are showing their light. So around the world, we're going to have good changes now.
This is good for the world and humanity. So this is good. HARP is the justice card. It no longer exists. So when people start saying that it's HARP, it's not. They've dismantled it. That's good. That's good to know. All right. Guys, if nobody's closed the questions, go ahead and close them because I've got to finish all these and then the ones in the chat as well. All right. I think the last one I saw in there was bets. Okay. All right.
Oh, it'll be closed.
I got you, Caroline. Okay, here we go. All right. Charlotte has the next couple. While sitting on my covered back porch, I was attempting to comment about a video. A handful of chimney swifts flew through the porch and kept circling above me. I talked to them. They would leave and swoop back on the porch. I deleted my comment and thanked them. Any insight to this or message? Okay.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. I had our, we have, some people call them martins, but they're barn swallows. They're making another nest in the same place they did last summer. And
oh, nice.
I have a mean ornery kitty cat that is scaling the windows, scaling the shutter, trying to get to the nest. And I came out after that cat and I said, you're going to get whooped. First by me, then the birds. And the mother bird came in. She flew around my head. We don't bother them. The cats, on the other hand, they're not crazy about. Mm-hmm. And that was her version of thanking me.
Nice.
So.
No aspirin, Mary Dragonfly. It's not good for their liver. It's not one of your questions. It's just a common live chat question.
I like this, Charlotte. They were trying to get your attention. There's the judgment card. They were trying to keep you from making that comment. They said, wait, think about it a little bit more. Okay, you need a little more balance. Fear of the unknown. Apparently, your comment may have upset something. I mean, I always say speak your truth, even if people don't agree with you. But apparently, they were saying hold off. So they pick up on your frequency. Yeah, sit back and wait. There's more to this video or more that you're not seeing. Just sit back and wait to see what comes out of it. I don't know what it was.
Sounds like an 8-ball answer.
Which one?
It could be.
Sit back and wait.
Well, that's a military answer. Hurry up and wait. 2 weeks from 2 weeks.
I thought the message was, can you please sweep the chimney?
Yeah. Okay. Charlotte has the next one. I have an 11-week-old puppy. I know he is a divine gift. Any messages from Spirit? Okay. Get ready to buy a new couch. I'm decent. You know how they like to chew on furniture.
Oh yeah. Well, no, actually, you can get bitter apple. Spray it. They hate that smell.
Hmm.
I had to do that.
The granny apples.
No, it's at the pet shop. They sell it. It's called bitter apple.
Oh, crab apples.
Do you share a birthday with Miss Mary Jones?
I know, isn't that funny? And now I feel
Oh.
sorry for you, Mary.
Happy birthday, Mary.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. Because 19 in numerology, if you were born on the day 19th, it's the highest karma that you have to go through.
Well, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Explains so much.
Wow. Charlotte, you have 3 major arcanas. Okay. Apparently, Spirit does have a message for you with this puppy. This puppy is very divine. Okay.
Yeah.
Very in tune with you. Here's your magician card. Okay. This doggy, along with you, have all the tools. This doggy is actually going to help enhance your gifts. Okay. It's generational. See the doggies in this one? It's a generational card. You guys are going to work very, very well together. And I get, because there's multiple dogs in this, that the whole litter is that way.
This is
Wow.
like Schneider.
Well, I have all in one, which I'm very happy with the one I have right now. It actually gives me back the ball so I could throw it.
Now, this is very interesting. This is Spirit giving you advice with the puppy. This may not set well with you. The Hierophant is in a position of authority, trying to boss people around, do as I say, not as I do. This will backfire. Absolutely. Because this puppy will get destructive. So he has a mind of his own and doesn't want to be told what to do. So just like these new generation of the littles, kids and puppies need structure. I totally agree with that. They need structure. They need boundaries, but they're their own people, so to speak. This puppy is different.
Well, that's what I suggested to Charlotte already. I got to see the little puppy, but make it run every morning. Run. It will tire them up. They won't get bored in the home.
We do
Does
that
that mean
with the
she
little.
has to exercise?
No, I get that with the chuck it. I could throw it and not have to bend down or anything. It's just like keep chucking it. Yeah.
All right, one more in the coffee. The airplane this is from Caroline. The airplane that I was watching yesterday that just disappeared. King said went into a portal. Was it a spaceship cloaked as a plane? Or what was it? I'm glad you feel better. Thank you. Thank you. I am on the mend. Thanks to y'all's prayers. And Nadia doing her thing. She worked on me. You know, she likes to take my eyeballs out of my head, roll them around.
Did you make sure that she cleaned her hands first and then dried them off like this?
I could smell the alcohol. And I said, why does it smell like lavender? Because there's lavender in the alcohol.
I tried giving her cross-eyed, guys, but it didn't work.
No, she put them back in there straight.
I put them in there straight.
Well, it's funny when she's doing that healing. I have to close my eyes.
She put the left and the right and the right and the left.
No, they're right. They're correct.
Well, she says, close your eyes. This is text because I couldn't talk like this for 2 days.
We're texting, yeah.
So we're texting. She goes, close your eyes. I got my glasses off and closed my eyes, and I thought, how am I supposed to know when she's done? I can't read the text message. Wings, within 30 seconds of Nadia saying, okay, you can open your eyes. Wings says, you can open your eyes. Your eyeballs are back in your head. I was like, okay.
Did she dip them in alcohol before putting them back?
At least it was lavender scented, so it's okay. All right. Let's find out where this plane, if it was a plane. I don't know if you guys know.
I didn't see why.
I have a visitor today in here. Have you all spotted her?
Yep. Curled up in the back.
Yeah. She's on the
top
water.
of the water.
Oh, yeah.
Here. Yeah.
You have to make me put my glasses on.
Yeah, the lump.
Oh, she likes it.
Well, your assumption and what King said are both actually right. It's not a plane. It is a ship cloaked as a plane, but it also went through a portal. This card has ships in it, and it's a portal card. Yeah. It's not a plane. Nope. That's what they have to do to disguise themselves, to stand up and guard themselves. This is one of their new paths and patterns they've been working on. So
Shifting.
Yeah, cloaking, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it was divine. I'm glad the hermit came in, so it's not negative or anything. It was divine.
Nice. Beautiful.
Yeah. All right, Caroline. Thank you. Thank you guys for the coffees. Much appreciated. That'll take a good hunk of the dent of what I had to pay the doctor and pharmacy this past few days. All right. Okay. Let's go up here. We got Jules. Is the Grand Canyon the next Fort Knox?
The new Fort Knox.
Oh, the new Fort Knox. So storage of gold. Well, actually, as far as now, this is just what I know so far, that we have recovered so much. We have multiple Fort Knoxes now. And they're using Cheyenne Mountain. They've got all kinds of underground places they're storing the wealth. And that's just for the U.S.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You had a card fly out. Okay.
Wow, that's interesting.
And it's a good card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. So the world card, that's a huge victory to have all these treasures. So whoever stole it the first time, now we have it back. So that's good. That's a good firm foundation from here on out. It's a new way of looking at things. This is where they're going to store all of the Wheel of Fortune. So all the fortunes have been returned to us and are heavily guarded. I would tell you they're at King of Cups' house.
Yeah. Yep. That's why he closed the portals.
They are strategically guarded. Okay, so we're not going to find.
They're underwater, and you have to have the right emotions to get to them.
Okay, all right. So I pulled the base cards. Now this is interesting that these treasures could also be in a different density as well. Because Ace of Pentacles, these are all gifts, and to keep them safe, they're kind of off-world. I see the ship in the back of this card, and I'm thinking not boat ship, ship, off-world Federation kind of thing.
Galactic ship.
Yeah. So Jules, hope that resonates with you. Katrina has the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Grand Canyon have a connection with Mount Shasta? Isn't that a soda?
Shasta used to be.
I am getting a yes.
That Shasta used to be a soda?
No. Yes, to a connection.
Yes,
and I'm also getting there maybe a tunnel going from one to the other.
Connection.
That's what I saw. Yeah.
Well, if the government went in and got all this stuff, there was never any reports of the military in massive amounts pulling anything out, artifacts or expeditions, other than the one that Kincaid did with the Smithsonian. That was about 40 people. But who took all that? If there was hundreds of tons of gold and artifacts in there, no one ever reported seeing them taking it. So did they go underground?
Either that or at night under the cover of darkness.
Now reminds me of them that when we did, what did we do? Was it the pyramids in Arizona? They had some people that were camel they carried lots of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Did they also use them for the Grand Canyon?
I don't know if it was Arizona or was it New Mexico.
I think it was
I
Arizona.
think Arizona. Yeah,
Yeah, I think
One
it
of
was
the places, Shasta is actually one of the places they took the stuff out of the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon lost it. That's what this is in balance and connection to.
yeah.
So this is where they took it. It's a new location for these pentacles.
So it was underground then they took it?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. And this guy's behind it, all of it. Yep. Interesting. Base card Knight of Pentacles. Heavily guarded. Heavily guarded. Where all this stuff is now, which I can imagine. All right, Terry has the next one. Can you get to Africa through the Grand Canyon?
Nice. That's a good question, Terry.
Yeah, it is, and especially with the theory of the ant people, because we're talking about Shambhala, we're talking about Middle Earth.
I
Yes.
am getting a yes.
Yes, I got a yes. So many places in Africa. That's amazing. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Ooh, Zimbabwe.
ooh.
I believe Zimbabwe is an opening. So is
Victoria Falls.
Ethiopia. I like these new downloads that go, ooh.
Yeah, well, the first part, I'm like, Spirit, we already know this. Yeah, they don't want you to know that. These are secrets. They keep you distracted. Like, what are you talking about? You're two different continents. There's no way. No, it actually opens up into multiple places in Africa.
Yep.
It has multiple. So it is like a tunnel system, like an ant colony. It actually does. Wow.
Nice. Well, then I'm going to add one question over that because I just saw, okay, in Jordan, there's Petra. You remember we did a study on Petra?
Yep.
In one of those, when you first go into Petra, you'll see a financial building.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is open. I wonder if they're going to store their gold in that financial building.
What belongs to Jordan?
Yes, it's Petra. It used to be during that time the financial bank there. I wonder if behind it is still part of that financial banking.
I remember when we studied that, and that place was massive. I mean, the door was big enough for giants to get in.
Yes.
Now, speaking of giants, we didn't really talk a lot about it, but giants have been spotted by many people, not only in the Grand Canyon. Uh-oh, we lost King. Not only in the Grand Canyon, but the Middle East. Lots of these giants have been spotted. Mountaintops. Shasta, I think, is one of them, that there's giants. Even in Ireland and Scotland.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, it will. They will use Petra, this location, to store everything that was stolen from them because they lost it all. You know, United States is not the only nation who's been stolen. Everyone got stuff stolen from, but it says, yes, they will. That's where they're going to put it back. Heavily guarded, trustworthy people are going to have control over this.
You
Go.
Welcome back. Did you portal? Uh-oh.
Petra is sovereign and independent and will handle this.
again.
There he is.
He fell down an anthill.
I opened a portal.
You opened the portal. That's what he did. Did you go personally to go check on Petra? And I
He
didn't get
has
a
to hide all the wealth before people start showing up at his house.
he goes, let me check. And he goes to Jordan.
Oh, goodness. All right. Moving on. 17 has the next one. Lots of things are coming out about contaminated water from you know what. Yeah, I know. I've heard that too. Is this an attempt to land grab of the government to come to the rescue? What was Reagan's famous quote? The last thing people want to hear is, "Hi, I'm from the government and I'm here to help."
That's what Reagan said, really?
Yeah.
And then they shot him?
Well, yeah, they wanted to take him out.
Yes, I know.
But yeah, the government says, I'm here to help you. I know what kind of help you want to give. No, thank you. I don't need your help. All right, who flew out here?
I think that's clean.
I
think
I get a yes.
Yeah, but I think it's taken care of now.
It was the plan.
That was the plan. Yeah. It's not happening now.
It was the plan. Yes, they wanted to sneak in there. You see this sneaky guy. They wanted to sneak that stuff into the water system. We've overcome that. It's already been cleaned up. There's a cherry overcoming adversity. The death card. It was a slow process to clean this up, but we don't need to worry about it anymore. All those systems are going away and we're changing over. We might be in limbo for a little while, but we're okay. This is better for us. He's not in an uncomfortable position. I love all these major arcana cards, but I want to focus on the last one. The divine creator is shining his light down to make sure that this does not happen. So don't let it bring you worry. Now my internet's acting up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got it.
Okay.
What was I going to say?
I don't know.
Okay, if they're cleaning it up and they've been poisoning us for this long, do we all have to change our piping system, or because they went from copper to plastic,
right?
So do we have to go back to copper?
Well, if you think about it, PVC has poison in it, and copper's better for you. Natural metals are better for you. I'm going to pull cards on it, but my opinion is, first of all, who in the world can afford to replumb their whole house?
Yeah, I know.
And second of all, if they can clean up our air through reverse chemtrails, so to speak, couldn't they do something in the water system to help clean up all the issues? I don't know how that helps the pipes because they will continue to erode. They're plastic. So, but I'll pull cards if we need to change and go back to copper.
Well, because copper's prices have gone really high.
If we are supposed to go back to the 1950s finance, or
copper will go down.
Monetary currency, yeah, it would go down. But I don't know if that's written in stone or not. I didn't see it in the Nasara Jasara thing.
Well, for me, guys, if you're looking for a trade, go into plumbing.
This says yes. Eventually, you will remove all that PVC. Go back to copper. Ace of Cups. Watch your water flow. Knight of Cups. Tread lightly with what you have now. And in the future, yes, look into changing it.
Okay.
All right. I don't get the feeling we should be in a massive panic because that is a slow process. All right. 17. Another barge just hit a bridge in Texas. There's something to the meaning of each bridge getting hit. Normally, yeah, they're trying to tell you something, but let's take a look.
Let's see how long he can stay. Keep that on, Jen. Let's see how long he can stay. Something. Is that what you're looking? Oh,
I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the question down.
OS, I got it. Look at him. He's writing.
I know, but I was nice and bypassed it all.
I know, but I'm looking at his face going, let's see how long he can be quiet for.
Nope. Because I know the grammar police and the wee woos are starting wee woo, and it's going off. Yep.
You gonna say okay. What's the name? Let me look at the news. I want to see what the name of the bridge is.
Well, don't tell me I don't want it to interfere.
Oh, no, I'm not going to say anything.
Okay. Yes. So, Dragonfly, yes, it does. The Ace of Pentacles. It is a deep state connection. These bridges need to be destroyed for some reason. There is a connection.
Is it the bridge or is it the barge that needs to be destroyed?
Are there littles in the barge? Is that what you're asking?
Yep.
Yeah, well, this is a trafficking. The sun card, the eye be drawn straight to the little, and this is hoarding money.
Yeah.
But the barge is also connected. The barge and the bridge. They choose the location. It's like it's strategically done. The name of the bridge exposes something about the barge.
Well, that's what I'm looking into right now. I want to know where it goes because, okay, I'm going to say the name after you're done pulling, Jen.
No, I'm done. You go ahead.
It's called Pelican Bridge. Pelican Island Bridge.
The Pelican Brief.
That's what came to my mind is the Pelican Brief.
Okay, what is that?
It's a movie.
You remember that movie, Pelican Brief?
It's with Denzel Washington and
Julia
Roberts.
Yeah, Julia Roberts.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to see where it goes, where it comes from and where it goes.
So it's called Pelican Island Bridge?
Yes.
So I'm assuming there is such
Pelican Island was
Island.
the focus on that movie too.
Mm-hmm.
It's in Galveston.
Which is near New Orleans.
No. Oh, that's
So it's
not.
eastern part of Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of littles in there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
Just
So, is there something nefarious on this portal between New York and Ireland? AI or devil?
okay.
Oh, okay.
They had this giant TV thing. It looks like a giant portal.
Well, it's a Stargate, like.
Yeah, Stargate like. But what happens is you walk in New York, you look through this, and you see people on the other side with in Ireland, and it's same time. So they want to know if there's something nefarious between these two portals. Is it something nefarious AI or I know they have the technology.
They do. This is their soft way of introducing it to us because this has been around for a long time. They put this stuff in movies. They put it in video games. They're telling you about it. Now they're just trying to see how the public reacts. But we'll see what the cards say.
Oh, I'm still attached.
I'm getting a yes.
That it's nefarious?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's drawing people, like stealing something from them. Or playing in their manipulation. It's stealing something.
It's not good. It is not good. It's draining your energy. Do not do this.
They're stealing you, definitely.
They're draining your essence from you.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's the death card. They are literally changing. They're pulling that energy out.
And they're opening in a couple more places.
Stay away from them.
Did you see it? Did I send it to you, Jen? These are huge.
Stay away from them. They'll make you sick.
Yeah.
That's because they've run out of all their other ways. I don't foresee them sticking around long enough if the good guys know that they're there.
Yeah. I think they're taking away that nefarious thing, but that it's AI that I wonder if it's AI off-worlder that's stealing it since they're not able to get our vibrations from here. Oh, there's one from New York to Dubai too. Wow, that's what Dragonfly 17 says. I could see that, but I think Dubai is getting cleaned up. I think that's why they had a huge flooding over there.
I had pulled cards right when you asked that question, Nadia, about off-world, because I'm like, where's the energy going? What are they doing with it?
Mm-hmm.
They're sending it off-world.
Yeah. Yep.
To Orion.
A bad place of Orion, because not all of them is bad.
Yeah, you're right.
Warning, warning, danger.
Woo, Will Robinson.
Okay, 17. Will taking antihistamine every day help prevent cancer?
Ugh. I don't know. You got to know what's in that antihistamine.
Well, that's true. Most of the things, parasites and things that are wrong with people, cancers, Alzheimer's,
Are parasites, yeah.
they're fungus and parasites. So if you can find out something that's antifungal, anti-parasitic,
Ivermectin.
yeah, I would take that because they pretty much knock out a lot of that stuff.
Okay, now ivermectin used to be like
cards.
a cream or something. Now they have it ivermectin in pill form. Is that also effective?
Yes.
It's probably horse pill.
And it's dirt cheap too. Yeah.
Okay.
Ivermectin, the guy who produced it, it's actually from the dirt. That's why it's dirt cheap.
Well, don't tell anybody; it'll go up.
It is
valuable. They'll raise the price.
Oh, they know it. That's why they don't want to give it out, and it cures so many different things.
Well, I could say this in an energetics standpoint, because with me doing intuitive healing, a lot of cancer is depending on where it is. For example, breast cancer has a lot of hate. Heart and breast is hate. So that's why we always say, and there he goes, forgiveness. There's pancreas is anger.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on where the cancer is, believe it or not, skin and nerves is the basic chakra.
Now, I'm going to agree with you on what you're talking about when it comes to the pranic stuff and where it comes from an emotional, spiritual point of view. But we have to throw in the 3D added poison crap that they do to us on top of it.
Yeah, but there has to be a seed. So say, for example, you have 3 people that work in the same, let's say, carcinogenic tobacco place, where they're making but if you don't have the seed, you don't get the cancer.
Right.
So you also have to look in that standpoint.
Yeah. I know how to make hydroxychloroquine, but I don't know how to make ivermectin. I don't know what the ingredients are. But to answer the question about the antihistamine, like Nadia said, it really depends, because some will mess with you. It's more harm than good. It can upset your system. But this says get excited because we're onto something. Seek further truth and other options. Antihistamine, limit yourself because there's hidden secrets. There is preventative stuff. There's secrets coming out.
Yes. And I would wait on those because there's a lot of side effects to a lot of those antihistamines. So it's like you're going to cover one side effect to avoid another side effect. You can get cancer of the liver if you're trying to cure cancer.
Well, if there's natural things that you can do to enhance your immune system, I highly recommend that. But so many of these over-the-counter antihistamines and other drugs have synthetics in them. And so there's going to be a negative effect that could upset your natural immune system.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it says keep seeking further information. So I think that because I pulled them when we were talking about ivermectin. So you might want to look into that.
Yeah. I'm also getting something about your I know I keep expressing this, but your vagus nerve has a lot to do with it. It's the fight or flight. So if your adrenalines are going, everything is based on your vagus nerve. So if like we're all in a stressful society or whatever, if you can calm that stress by meditation and all that, that helps with your immune system also.
Mm-hmm.
So that's everything is connected to.
Well, it is, and just like all the oracle cards, they've really been pushing more playtime and rest and having fun, because this world is so serious right now.
Speaking of rest,
why so serious? Yeah.
Speaking of rest, I woke up early this morning and then went back for a nap.
Well, yeah, because I said good morning to you guys, and she's like, "Good morning, everyone." And then now it's time for my nap. But I'm like, "Have you been up all night? What in the world?"
I have no idea. And that nap, oh my God, that was actually felt like my real sleep. I guess I must have been working during my first sleep. And I felt really good after that nap.
All right, this is the last question that I have, and it's for Beth. When I was in the kitchen last night, was Carrie talking to me, as she has just passed today? Okay.
Oh, I'm so
Sorry
sorry.
about the loss.
Who is Carrie?
Why do I hear music? Okay.
I'm sorry, I left the portal open.
Well,
Is it an AM or FM portal?
It's an FM.
Instrumental. It's called the Fancy Dishwasher Singing. I am finished now. You may get your clean vision rounds. Okay.
So does that mean the vintage dishwasher is actually what, Lee in there singing a song while he's doing dishes?
He's playing the dueling banjos.
He's the one with the banjo.
Yes, it was Beth.
Yeah. Yes.
She came back to express her love, that she'd be watching out for you, but she's on a new mission, new project.
Wow.
Yeah, she started a new life. That's beautiful.
That's great.
She was really excited. She's just crossed over. She just wanted to let you know with that lover's card that she loves you. Yeah, that's beautiful. But she'll watch over you, but wow, here's your base card. She coming to say bye-bye. This is about nostalgia, memories, love, gift giving. So, yeah. Well, I'm sorry about your loss, but I'm glad she came to give you a beautiful message. So let that give you comfort. Okay. All right. I think that's it, guys. Your niece-in-law, sister's daughter-in-law. Okay. Well, still family regardless. All right. Let's we'll close it off. And King's already had his solo show this week, so we won't see you again until Friday. King's gonna host our potpourri.
Potpourri.
And if you have any extra questions about the Grand Canyon, then maybe we can answer some then.
Yeah.
I mean, believe it or not,
we'll shovel them off to Nadia.
Believe it or not, I mean, we did deep dives, but there's still stuff that I saw that was interesting today from Jen. So
yeah, there's still a whole lot, and I only went through a quarter of the pictures that I have. They are quite fascinating. You know how the rabbit holes go. One leads to 50 more. So, but it's just to sow a seed, so you guys might get encouraged to go look for yourself. I highly recommend the Y-Files, because AJ and funny old fake hecklefish will keep you in stitches, but they can say things because it's a cartoon character, that things that we couldn't say. So it is, I look it up. All right.
Lizard people.
Lizard people. It's lizard.
They spell it wrong. They spell it wrong on purpose.
I laugh at hecklefish every time AJ mentions Mel's hole, because he goes, Mel's hole. Well, why do we keep talking about Mel's hole? Why it's so big? Okay.
Yeah, but why doesn't AJ go look into that, deep dive that Mel's Hole, because everybody.
Because the government has cut it off. They
Yep,
can't.
can't go in there, or can't
I
can't
would
even
like
go
to,
near
I've been
there.
trying to find stuff out about it just because of my curiosity. What is it? Things, Indians that have come
Yeah.
forward and said that they've done certain things and it's supernatural, off-worlder kind of thing, and
It's the ant
government
people.
lizard people.
It's
The
the ant
government,
people.
yeah, the government's cut it off.
I just want to see what's on the other side of Mel's Hole, because you know how many things people throw in that hole?
And it never hits the bottom.
No, but they're probably at the bottom going, why do these people keep throwing crap down here?
Yeah, and everything keeps coming up in China. They don't know why.
Or the South Pole, we'll see.
Well, the story of the
There
ice,
is no South Pole.
they put the ice down in it, and it came back up, and then it just kept deteriorating.
Well,
The ice that ate through everything and creates another hole, and I'm like, we're gonna look like Swiss cheese if we keep that up.
Well, how about the one that the dog died, they threw it and then it came back out alive?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it the same dog?
I'll jump in there and see.
The dog didn't recognize the owner, so but
Okay.
still had the same collar on, so different density, different timeline. It's just stuff that makes you think.
Could be. Mhm.
Yeah.
Things that make you go,
Yeah.
There's a lot of those.
All right. Well, guys, I gotta go take my medicine,
Yeah.
do my salt water and ice packs, and hopefully it didn't come from Mel's Hole. So
and put on her Phantom of the Opera mask.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want to do that because that's one of them Illuminati things that they do. So
Oh no. Yeah. I think that abscess caused another crater in the Grand Canyon.
I'll do this.
Oh yeah, nobody came up with that. Did anybody come up with who we were?
Yeah, you guys need to figure out who's
Oh, we
who.
figured out who the frog was.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
Now I could be the puppy dog, or I'd like to be the peacock. Working on my third eye there.
All right. Well, whoever
I'll
wants
take
to
what's
miss
left
the
over.
frog. Yeah.
Left foot, Clyde. Right foot, Clyde.
Right turn, Clyde.
Well, Rock wasn't here, but Snyder was, so Snyder gets to be himself.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So we'll see you Friday.
All righty then.
All right.
Love and light, all you guys.
Love
and
you
light
guys.
to you.
Thank you for prayers. And we'll see you Friday.
Bye.
Bye, guys.